So, how do I train my mind to turn on my inner lights? Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. So the question for today is, how do I turn on my light? Actually, it's the question for this week. How do I turn on my mind how do I train my mind so that I turn on my inner light? Well, the first step is intention. Intention, according to the dictionary, is the determination to act in a certain way. In other words, it's the deliberate decision to act or be in a certain way. Now, the reason I'm making this the first step is that most of us live life accidentally. If something comes up in our lives, we've learned to deal with it or adapt to it or take advantage of it, but it usually does not appear in our lives because of some conscious decision we've made. The majority of our life events fall into that category. So when it comes to training our minds, it cannot be an accidental encounter because your mind is smarter than that. Your mind is much smarter than that. You notice that I address the mind as if it was a separate entity from you. It is. Your conscious mind is your ego, which is your self-identity on the physical plane. It is connected to your body and the needs of your body. You, on the other hand, are not your body, nor are you your mind. You are a spirit that occupies your body. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are greater than your body. You are higher than your body. But as long as you are occupying your body, you are subject to the demands, needs, diseases, and emotions of the body and of the body's mind. So in order to become a powerful spiritual warrior, you must train your body's mind to cooperate with you and your intention to move into agreement or alignment with the higher vibrations of infinite intelligence. By aligning with the higher vibrations of infinite intelligence, you become a channel for the higher levels of spiritual energy that is infinite intelligence, energies like love. Please, click on the thumbs up button below the video. If you've already done so, please choose to subscribe. And remember, I would love to hear your comments, thoughts, and questions, which you can get to me by using the chat box on the right side of the screen, or if you're looking at this video in replay, it's the comment section below the video. Back to work. So, the first step is to state to yourself that you intend to train your mind, that you are ready to take the steps necessary to bring your mind into a state of cooperation where you can elevate your consciousness to a higher spiritual level. Sounds silly, I know, but it's necessary. Now, I know that before I took on the work of training my mind, my default behavior was to try and think my way out of situations. I was always thinking. Trouble is, there are too many situations that are beyond our ability to think our way out of. So at some point, we need to be able to turn to infinite intelligence. We need to be able to hook into that higher power that knows all and is all and creates all. That's what we need to be able to do. It's also great to be able to open to infinite intelligence when we're not in need and we're just being. It's a great place to be, infinite intelligence. Now, this requires a change in normal behavior. And so since we need to change our normal behavior, we need to understanding that training our minds is a challenge that will be met with resistance. Yeah, our mind is going to resist and our bodies are going to resist. So it is necessary to realize that when we state our intention that we are going to change our mind, that we are accepting the challenge that goes with that, and that we're ready to follow through even when we encounter opposition, it is critical that we do that and understand that. We're going to encounter opposition from our minds and our bodies, and we need to be able to push through that. Now the next step, after we've made our intention known, is to become aware that our minds are currently in charge and they're accustomed to running the show. It's I know it's a funny concept that I found it amusing when I first heard it, but it's true. Your mind is used to running the show, and it doesn't need you to run it. The way you discover or ascertain that your mind is in charge of running the show and that you don't necessarily have to participate is that you sit quietly, just listening and observe what is going on in your head. Just listen, observe. And if your mind is like most minds, you should witness the running of your thoughts, running over each other, running into each other. One thought triggers another thought and triggers another thought. And sometimes a word within that new thought triggers another thought that is different from the others because it's going in a totally different direction and leading you down a series of thoughts that are going down a different path. And that path can be broken because you thought of something else and went off in a different direction. Yeah, just sit and observe. That's what's called the monkey mind. It's called monkey mind because it's like a monkey swinging from one branch to another with no particular goal in mind other than to keep swinging from one branch to another. Another reason for this part of the process of watching your mind work on itself is to allow you to realize that you are actually separate from your mind. Notice that you can stop and observe your mind at work, and it continues to run without any assistance or participation from you. It is separate. It is separate. Therefore, realize you are not your mind. So this is what we have to work with as we embark upon our new journey of training the mind. Okay, so the next step is to put your focus on your breathing. This is a technique that allows you to begin to quiet your mind. Put your focus on your breathing. Pay attention to the air moving in and out of your body as you breathe. We're going to add a little twist to that. While you're breathing, breathe in your nose and out your mouth. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Don't have to close your eyes. In through your nose, out through your mouth. But after a few minutes of doing this, paying attention, you may find that your eyes want to close. It's just a natural reaction that your eyes want to close. Anyway, during this process, you're focusing on your breathing, in through the nose, out through the mind. And you'll find that those thoughts continue on without you, but that's okay. But you know what? Since the mind wants you to pay attention, since your mind wants to captivate you, it will throw thoughts at you that will capture your attention, and you'll forget about your breathing, and you will follow that thoughts. Yeah, you will. But when you realize this is happening, don't get irritated, don't criticize yourself, don't blame, just let yourself off the hook and go back to your breathing exercise, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Also, when you're doing this, it's important that you find a comfortable, quiet place where you won't be disturbed while you're doing it. Also, while you're doing it, you need to place your body in a comfortable position so you won't be distracted by one discomfort or another during the process. An itch here, an uncomfortable process in your back. Get in a comfortable position so that you can stay there for a few minutes. Also, if you need to, bring in a blanket, cover yourself with a blanket because your body temperature may drop. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I remember when I started out doing this, I found that quiet music designed for meditation was helpful. But after I got more proficient at it, I found that I preferred silence rather than music. The point is, there's no right or wrong. You just find the method that works for you. Initially, we're working with the focused breathing technique. We only have to do it for a few minutes at a time. And as you get better at it, you will extend the time until you can get longer and longer into it. Now, a way to time yourself, if you want to time yourself, is on your smartphone. Just go to the clock function. It has a timer in it, and set the timer for however minutes you want to try it. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and when it gets to that point where you set it, it'll beep at you to let you know that your time is up. So just click on the timer, set your time, get to a comfortable place, into a comfortable position, and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and allow your mind to work. But what will happen is that eventually your mind is going to quiet down because you're not paying attention to it. Eventually. You are training your mind. It is a process. It is not a quick fix. It's going to take patience and time. Progress will not be linear. There will be setbacks. There will be times when you've done it for 5 minutes and you think you can go to 6 and you end up only doing it for 3. So there are ways, there are things that are going to slow you down and distract you. It's a process. So allow yourself to be human, okay? But stick to the plan. You intend to do this, so stick to the plan. Stay focused on your intention. Your intention is to become one with infinite intelligence, and that's where you're going. And there will be detours along the way, but the goal is to become one with infinite intelligence. You are working to become a spiritual warrior who possesses the power to transform, heal, and elevate yourself spiritually, and eventually to help those around you to transform, heal, and elevate themselves spiritually. That is the goal. That is the intention. In the meantime, let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing all of us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work that we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we are beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. And we know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we now are restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier, healthier, and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time with me today as we work through this process of learning to train your mind. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, where we take the next step in the process of training your mind. please click on the thumbs up button below. If you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. And remember, I'd love to see your thoughts, comments, questions. So you can use the chat box on the right side of the screen during broadcast, or if this is you're watching it in replay, you can leave your comments, thoughts, and questions in the comment section below the video. Okay? So, see you tomorrow. I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.